What's up, my plant people? We're back. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Stacia. For those of you who do, welcome back, you crazy kids. This is Oops, I Soiled My Planties. What we're going to do today is a little bit of propagation. I have a Cissus Discolor that I've staked up not too long ago that really needs to be trimmed down because it has attached itself to my bracket hanging from the ceiling and it's starting to climb even higher. So we're going to trim it on back and let it just start all over again. I then also have back here, we have Monster Adansonii. I had originally purchased this to cut it up and sell it, and I never did that. I fell in love with it, and then it got spider mites, and then it was underwatered living in terracotta. Well, I've started to nurse it back to health, but it still looks a little bit sparse, so I'm going to go ahead and propagate that. And then I have a Syngonium here, Albo podophyllum. Syngonium Albo, y'all know what I mean. And we're going to chop, there's a little leg of that growing over the edge of the pot. We're going to chop that off and we're going to go ahead and propagate that so we can make this a much fuller plant. And then here I have a bueno Philodendron that I'm going to propagate. I'm going to top him and let him start growing again. The top leaves started to grow a little bit funky, which is okay, no big deal because it is spring, but I kind of want to get two plants out of this and I have an idea of what I'd like to do with the part that I'm going to propagate. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I hope you guys enjoy. Come along. Let's get these things chopped up. So I recently staked up my Cissus Discolor, and for those of you who watched, you're about to see how much this thing has grown in the last like week and a half. It's ridiculous. So it's right here in the frame with me. I have it on the floor for now, and I'm actually going to go ahead and cut it while it's sitting on the floor, and then I'll kind of give you a better idea of what it looks like. This thing has grown super quick. Actually, let me go ahead and get the rest of my stuff prepared. So what we're going to do is I've got two of these trays. Actually, one of them right now is being used for propagating some gloriosum. This one's going to be used for propagating some Cissus Discolor. Alrighty, so I have some moss that's already been soaking. And I'm going to go ahead and get this tray prepped up quickly. And then we'll snip up that Cissus. So I'm going to squeeze a little bit because it's super moist, super wet actually. So I'm going to squeeze some of that moisture out of there. Actually, I'm squeezing a lot of the moisture out of there because what I'm going to do is I have some Super Thrive water here. I'm going to moisten it a little bit with that because my understanding is Super Thrive is amazing for lots of things and propagating a Cissus is one of those things. So we're just going to have to see what happens. Have any of you guys propagated your Cissus yet? If you have, how'd you do it and how did it go? Please tell me because this is my first time. So you guys are going to see how well it goes just as well as I am. All right. And I think this is all the moss I'm going to need. All right. And what I'm going to do first is actually just put a little teeny bit of this in. We'll mix it around. Don't know if it's going to do anything, but in my mind it is. All right, so our tray is ready. Let me get this out of the way. Put my lid on that because I am the queen of clumsy. I've already knocked stuff off this table once. All right, so here we have my Cissus. For those of you who were with me when I staked it up, it only came up to here. So since then it has grown. Oh, that's out of the frame. and then it's coming back down. So what I'm actually going to do is right above where I taped it up the last time, I'm going to cut it. Okay. Now it has grabbed onto this pole, so I'm just gently going to remove its little tendrils as best I can. And I'm going to tell you guys, when these things grab on and they're ready to stay attached, they definitely do a good job. All right. So this is what I've got. Oh, I just dropped my scissors. Get him out of the way. This is what I'm going to propagate. So there's enough here where I'm just going to do like 3 nodes. So there's 5 pieces here. I don't necessarily know that all 5 pieces are going to make it because this one is very, very fresh. This is a very, very fresh piece. I'm sorry if I keep looking over that way. I'm just trying to make sure that my video keeps recording because I'm bad about letting it stop recording and not noticing. Alrighty, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay these very gently on the top of the sphagnum. Gosh, those leaves were getting super big. And we'll just slide this little piece up at the top. Take our lid, cover it up, make sure there's just a little teeny bit of airflow through these here vent holes. And then we're going to go ahead and set that one aside. All right. So for our next victim, we're going to do the easy ones first, actually. This is going to be our next victim. This one arm is growing over the edge of the plant, so I'm going to chop it back, which will leave this here. I'm going to get this rooted up. I'm going to cut it up into a couple pieces. I'm going to get it rooted up, and then I am going to add it to this pot, and we're going to have a much fuller plant. I'm eventually going to put a moss pole in it, and I'm going to let it climb because I definitely like how this one looks growing upward as opposed to trailing. So I'm going to go, I don't know if you guys can see, way back here, real close, but underneath this node, and that's where I'm going to propagate from. So I'm going to go ahead and snip that. We will get this baby set back over here out of the way. All right, so now this is what we have. So for this piece, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 leaves on here. So I think what I'd like to do actually is I'm going to go about halfway, and I'm going to cut it right in between those 2 nodes there. Okay? Now, I am going to remove the bottom leaf from each of these, just so I have a little bit more node to put into the water. Very pretty leaves, but they will get more. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I have some pretty cool propagation vessels here that my boss lady got for me. So these will work perfectly, at least to start. So I've got my water here. Let me go ahead and make it a little easier on myself. All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit of this water in here, and we'll stick this puppy right down in there. Okay, and then this one we will do the same thing with. All right, quick and easy. On to the big guns. All right. So with this one, I'm actually going to cut it back here, and I'm going to lose the top 3 leaves, but that's okay, because like I said, it will grow back. All right. Lay cut is made. We'll slide this part of Jose back out of the way. I can feel Petey's heart breaking as I'm doing this. Jose's one of his favorite plants. Oh my God, when did it stop recording? So, I don't yet know when my camera cut off because I have not gotten a chance to go over it yet. And I started to put everything away and then realized, oh, it cut off and I haven't filmed my outro. So here we are, because I'm not going to scrap the whole project. I'm sure there's enough in there to be helpful to you guys. If not, let me know down in the comments. If so, if any of it does help you, let me know down in the comments. What are you propagating right now? Make sure you go down and hit that little subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up if you like this content. Hit the notification bell, make sure you mark all so that way you can get all my notifications of all of my uploads. They don't necessarily happen regularly, but they do happen, and I'm trying to get better at that. As I always say, come back. Let's hang out again. Bring your friends. If you don't want to bring your friends, that's cool, because you guys are the reason I'm here and I'm doing this. We'll see you in the next one. I love you guys. Peace out. Squirrel!
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. Boy, I got God, don't fear none. My line busy, take no calls. Feels like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those off. Yo, squad shady, my bros raw. No breaks, we go, 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 go. Throw shade, that's a no, 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 no. Go high, go low, low, low. Like spinning in a 644. Cash money like 504. Ball like AD24. No sleep, need more, more, more. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up.